in the political crisis there. And joining us on the news now for more is our senior political correspondent, Ayodele Ozugbakun. We also have our senior correspondent in Rivers State, Uche Okoro, join us this time. Let's begin with you, Uche. What is the mood in Rivers State? Are the people in Rivers actually aware of the resolution reached, or are they still at draggers drawn?
By now, I'm pretty sure that information about that about the resolution has circulated, because when the news broke that the meeting was ongoing, and when the news as well broke that the meeting had ended, residents of the state were following up. You can see persons in clusters discussing that latest update right after TVC News broke that story at about during the 7 p.m. news. Right after that, you could see people in clusters discussing that particular update. And so I'm pretty sure that by this time, persons were waiting to see what the outcome of that meeting will be. And certainly many persons in Rivers State are quite aware of what's going on. But as to the mood, I think it's going to come as a relief. Because Rivers State is a state that is very highly politically divided. Over time, you find people, even within the APC, there's a lot of people are highly strongly opinionated when it comes to politics here. But there is one thing that everyone seems to be united about, and that's the fact that no matter the side that the ordinary residents of Rivers State are on, everyone wanted to see this resolved peacefully. The crisis came to the climax, giving people a serious cause for concern when that demolition began at the assembly crisis. So on whatever side that the people are divide that people have found themselves, this resolution has been brokered by the president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is coming as a relief to many residents of the state. They expect the politicians to play politics without bitterness, even though disagreements are inevitable. So this is coming as a relief for majority of residents, I can tell you that.
All right. And we know that the president is of the APC, and the Rivers State, appears to be a PDP state, now and even before this time. So what do you think this intervention by Mr. President would actually mean to the residents of the state? All right, Uche Okoro, senior correspondent, has been speaking with us from Rivers State. Uche, if you can hear me, I am asking about, what the import of this is. We know that there have been calls for Mr. President to intervene, and now that has happened. But if you look at it, they are actually from different political parties, the APC and then the PDP. So what do you think this would mean to residents of the state?
Well, people want to see how this is going to play out, because that just this evening, the Rivers Elders Forum had a meeting, and their very last resolution in their communique, the very last item there, was calling on the president to do more. They acknowledge the fact that he has made some effort, but they asked him to do more, to apply more pressure to ensure that this crisis is resolved. Yes, you've mentioned that. This is one party trying to intervene in the affairs of another party. But then again, that the Rivers House Assembly now is now constituted in the majority of members of the All Progressives Congress. So in a manner of speaking, you would expect that the presidency will have some interest in what's going on in Rivers State. Of course, considering the involvement of the FCT minister as well. So we has been said in a number of opinions have been expressed to say that this is, for now, it is resolutions on paper. By daybreak, by tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, we'll see if what has been agreed on paper translates to reality, translates to all parties mending fences and reuniting as one big happy family. However, even though it is going to be a marriage between the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressives Congress, people are expecting to see how that marriage is going to work.
Indeed, Uche, and definitely we'll be staying with you for updates as they, come in from Rivers State. Thank you very much for talking to us. We're now bringing our senior political correspondent, Ayodele Ozugbakun, who has also been monitoring developments in Rivers State as they have been unfolding. Ayo, the president has again yielded to calls for him to intervene in the political crisis in Rivers State. Do you think this would actually end the political impasse? Well, I'm asking the fact that finally the president has again, yielded to calls for him to intervene again in the political crisis in Rivers. But do you think that his intervention this time would end the political impasse?
Yes, as the president and commander-in-chief, this happened some weeks back, and we thought it was going to at least put an end or a kind of limit to that the gladiators get at each other. But we never knew that things that will unfold days ahead, there are things that we don't even expect in the 5 minutes. I don't expect this to end the crisis. Trust me, I have been studying the man called Ozugbakun. He's not somebody that will stop this kind of dirty fights like that. If you trace his antecedents with Rotimi Chibuike Amechi, he fought Chibuike Amechi to a standstill throughout his time as the governor of Rivers State. And if you move further, if you look at his feud with the government of Muhammadu Buhari, he fought that government to a standstill. He used the instrumentality of the court, used all legal means and everything. Still, he had picked up another quarrel when he was within the People's Democratic Party, and when he didn't like how the primaries of the presidential election went, and he fought the People's Democratic Party till that party lost the election sometime in February this year. It's not somebody that will fight and will stop. Trust me, Ozugbakun will not stop this fight. I know for peace, for tranquility, everything, people will listen to Mr. President, but what is between Ozugbakun and his successor is more deep-rooted than what people can imagine. They've drawn the battle line, and I don't see this stopping any moment from now.
All right, Ayo, we thank you for that update you have given us. Ayodele Ozugbakun is our senior political correspondent. Moving on to other matters now. In Abia State, the National